Thanks a lot for all your pictures, and we'd like to have some more. Now, residents of Rex Lawson community in Port Harcourt, the River State capital, are still counting their losses following an attack that left over 20 cars and 5 houses destroyed. While many of the victims are accusing the police anti-cultism department of negligence, the police says its men were caught in a crossfire between rival cult groups. Our correspondent Emmanuel Ire reports.
A wailing mother of 5, refusing to be consoled over an attack that rocked her household in Rex Lawson, Borokiri in Port Harcourt, River State. Bloodstains, shattered windows, houses and cars destroyed. The extent of the damage following the attack on the community leaves many of the residents in shock and despair. The victims allege that this is the handiwork of men of the anti-cultism unit of the River State Police Command.
So surprised to me this morning when I come, I see almost all the cars parked at West Lawson Street get damaged. And I said, now police, anti-cultist crime police come destroy all the cars, arrest people from waterfront, burn some houses, wound people and carry them go.
When I got to find out what happened, they said one of their policemen, the people that came to an arrest, and one of their policemen was shot. And I said, if a policeman was shot, it is the duty of a police to come and arrest the people that have committed that crime, not to put their anger on innocent citizens.
The public relations officer of the River State Police Command dismisses the allegations. He says his men were caught in the mix of a cult clash.
Members of the Icelanders were attacking innocent people and themselves and their rival cult groups. So while that was going on, our men were drafted to that area and they swiftly responded to that distress call. And unfortunately, on setting the police, they shot one of our men and they even took his corpse. So our men, if not for the gallantry of our men, they would have taken the corpse. So they went there and rescued the dead body.
Although the police has set up an investigation to get to the bottom of the matter, the residents are hopeful that more will be done to protect their lives and property. Emmanuel Ire, Channels Television News.
The federal government today acknowledged the role of journalists in nation building as it challenges the Nigerian Guild of Editors to engage in self-cleansing. At the commissioning of the Guild of Editors House in Lagos, the Minister of Information also called on the media to remove the bad eggs within the profession.
After 55 years of running a makeshift office, the Nigerian Guild of Editors finally gets a roof over its head. A very compelling narrative of a strong will against all odds seemed to be the motivation behind the eventual realization of this dream.
For years, every time we went to a conference, all we saw of our secretariat was a beautiful photograph on the last page of our conference program. We just hoped and had faith that one day that photograph will become an edifice. This is where we are this morning.
The task ahead for the Guild of Editors seemed cut out. The Information Minister, represented by the Managing Director of the News Agency of Nigeria, Mr. Bayo Ononuga, charges the editors to continue to uphold the ethics of their profession at all times.
I think never before the media space has been taken over by all kinds of people. Interlopers, charlatans, bloggers, well, maybe some of the people are called the cyber hyenas and so on. And we must find a way of making them to be part of us.
After achieving this long-standing dream of having a permanent secretariat, what are the expectations from members of the Guild?
They can have a place of retreat, a place that should make their profession better.
is a pointer that we journalists must now be self-dependent rather than going cap in hand, begging for people to assist.
The new secretariat will not just serve as a meeting point for members of the Guild, it's also expected to serve as a resource center where members can engage in research. Hopefully, the center will provide the atmosphere for members to continue to channel their voices towards nation building, as well as performing their role as the fourth estate of the realm.
Well, many congratulations to the Guild. As we cross over to Abuja now, and here's Ibrahim Adra. Ibrahim.
Many thanks, Ichoma. Now, the Ekiti State Assembly has suspended its former chairman, House Committee on Information, Boyega Aribishogun, for 180 legislative days over alleged anti-party activities. Speaker of the State House, Kola Oluwawole, confirmed the suspension while briefing journalists in Ado-Ekiti, the state capital. Reacting to the allegations, the embattled lawmaker explained he would seek redress on the matter.
Support on the motion as moved by the leader of business and already supported that Honorable Aribishogun should be suspended from the State House of Assembly for a minimum period of 180 sittings days in the first instance, while his conduct henceforth will be determined for further action on him by this honorable house, and that also will not be seen around the premises and within the radius of 1 kilometer, and that he submit all his properties to Mr. Clerk of the House immediately, and also that Honorable Aribishogun cannot hold any position of responsibility in this house during this period of suspension. Say hi.
All over the world have been seen to have been an ardent loyalist of Governor Fauci. It is all about 2018-2019 elections. We have some people who have ambition in the State House of Assembly, perhaps felt that my profile was rising. And you can see that the panel, even before they submitted their report, has already prejudged me by removing me as the Chairman House Committee on Information and gave it to the same person who have alleged and who have also said that he was the brain behind all these shenanigans. To tell you and to drive it home, you will see that they decided, even outside what the report they wrote, to nail me and say that I have been suspended for 180 days, forgetting that I have fundamental human rights.
Boyega Aribishogun of former Ekiti State House of Assembly. Now, still talking politics. As the local government election draws near in Ogun State, Governor Ibikunle Amosun has started campaigning for candidates of the All Progressive Congress. While addressing supporters of the party in some local council areas, the governor promised that his administration will ensure all ongoing projects are completed.
The drums are out again on the street of Ogun State as the people get ready for the local government election. The governor and his entourage are not left out as they are received by party supporters. Senator Ibikunle Amosun takes time out to address the crowd of party loyalists.
Inshallah, before we leave the office, we will do it. And we will even do more within the Ijebu Day here, within all our LCD and LGA in Ogun East Senatorial District. We will do them. But there is no way we cannot finish all. We will be doing it one after another.
Some of those who have come out to witness the carnival-like occasion applaud the efforts of the governor.
If you look around the state today, we see a lot of infrastructural developments going on around our states. What we've done hard for several years. Look at our roads, How long this road has been done? Last time done was several years ago, if not more than 2 decades. The same thing about all about of the states. So we have a lot of infrastructural development going on, causing the present governor of the state.
At least we can flash back and see the past government. Although they really tried, but Senator Bikule Amodu have done it in a wonderful way for the people of Ogun State.
The election, which holds on the 8th of October, will be conducted in 20 local governments and 37 local council development areas of the state.
The Independent National Electoral Commission has presented a certificate of return to the Edo State Governor-elect, Mr. Godwin Obaseki. Speaking at the Commission's headquarters in Benin City, the state capital, INEC's resident electoral commissioner, Mr. Sam Olumekun, advised the governor-elect to put the interests of the people first.
We are going to deepen our democracy. We're going to make sure that government is about the people. And because of the situation we now find ourselves as a country, we have to begin to look inwards to understand that Nigeria can only be developed by Nigerians using Nigerian resources. And so our politics have to be aligned to that. We're moving from the politics of oil to the politics of development. And you need a totally different mindset to approach politics from that perspective.
Let's take a look at what's happening with the environment. And following recent earth tremors recorded in Kaduna State, the National Space Research and Development Agency is concerned about the possibility of a recurrence. The agency's director for geodynamics today called on the government to equip the agency with necessary materials with which to monitor seismic activities in the area.
The events that happened was up to 2.8, which in most parts of the world, these are just small tremors. They consider it a very normal vibration. These things, at this point, it has not constituted a major threat to this nation. But the potential is there. And truly is telling us that the passive or thinking that we are safe is no longer there because activities are growing now. Some parts of the world where these things used to happen, it's not that they are born with it. These things grow, build-up pressure increases with time. So the core environment now is telling us that something likely to happen in the future, bigger, is there. So with what we have now, facilities, we need to densify so that we can monitor minute events, smaller events, less than that one, so that we know and pinpoint exactly where the problem is.
For Nigerians who may have fears about visiting the United Kingdom following the Brexit vote, there may be no grounds for such concerns. And this clarification was made by the British High Commissioner to Nigeria, Mr. Paul Arkwright, who explains that Brexit does not affect the UK's immigration policies regarding Nigeria.
When it comes to the arrangements for Nigerians and non-EU citizens, certainly at the moment nothing has changed. So we have a visa regime which you're well aware of. Nigerians need to apply for a visa in the usual way, online and so on. I've always said that it's important that any Nigerian who wants to come to the United Kingdom, and by the way, Nigerians are very welcome in the United Kingdom, needs to make sure they have all the processes right, they apply online, they have all the documentation, etc. That has not changed. And that's an important message, I think, for your viewers, that when it comes to immigration into the UK, we haven't changed any rules. But the basic fundamentals, I think, are there. The point that you made about the debate around immigration being a key element of the Brexit vote, I'm not denying that. That is absolutely the case. There is a sense from some in the UK that we have been too open in the past to EU, in particular EU immigration, and I think that did have an effect on the vote. And that's why the Prime Minister in her speech yesterday was talking about immigration. But I don't think it changes the fundamentals of the United Kingdom and the way in which we will remain very open to Nigerians, indeed to all those who want to come and visit us.